So moving on to our next castaway, we actually have Bing, who is kind of my favorite of what I've seen from the first nine.
Mhm.
Now I wrote down quite a bit of notes for Bing. Um,
Okay.
Bing is 27. She's from the Philippines as well. Um,
Yes.
Shortly after listening to her interview, maybe it was the glasses, maybe it was her actual speech pattern, but I actually got a bit of a Jamie vibe. Now it's been a little while since I've
Yeah.
seen season three, but am I alone in saying that?
No, no, definitely not. I mean, she is she's kind of like Jamie in a way. She's very calm, cool and collected. But you can definitely see that there's a lot of gears turning around in her head. Like I can tell that she can be very strategic, but more on the social side. Because if I remember correctly, being played in a live Survivor game here in the Philippines, and she finished as a finalist. So I think that is kind of testament to how good she is. So in a game of Zoomvivor where anything can happen and there's a lot of elements involved, I think it's gonna be something new to her, especially she's never seen an episode. She's never seen Zoomvivor. So I think that's a good. This is gonna be a good platform for her to start uh to start playing again because it's been a while since she last played. She considers herself basically retired before she accepted our challenge to play Zoomvivor. But yeah, it's kind of like coming out of retirement for Bing.
Yeah, I remember she said that in her last game she made it to the final 3.
Yes.
Yeah, she made it to the final 3, but I guess little twist for her was it was actually a final 2 and she got out. And then she, I guess, because she hasn't played many orgs in general, from what I gathered and kind of what from you're telling me, but she did the final 3, and then she was invited back for an All Stars where she was booted third. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I mean, she didn't go into too much detail about that, but like I said, I got excited about her. There was something a little bit infectious about her. There was something familiar about her, and I think she probably is going to be a pretty good player. And who knows, maybe that's why they got her out on All Stars pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, when they saw, I think from basing from what I've heard from her and from the other players that she's played with, it was kind of evident that she was an early threat because playing in All Stars and basing it from the last season that she played in the same org, it was kind of she was kind of scary to be with. She was such a huge threat, and I think every one of the players in that season saw that. That's why they had kind of decided that we should get her out as soon as possible. I mean, if I was in the same position and I'm playing with her and I know that she played that strong of a game, I mean, I would do the same.
Also, I thought it was interesting that one of her favorite players is Party, and she
Mm,
compares herself, I believe she said, to Kim Spradlin. So that was
yeah.
also pretty interesting. Um,
Yeah, because I mean when you combine like archetypes like Parvati and Kim Bradlin, I mean it's kind of like a very well-rounded player. It sounds like. So I think if she compares to that, I think she would be able to personify that in the game. Let's just. I mean, I'm just hoping for the best that she does, and if she gets far, I think she will be a good contender for the title.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I'm very curious to also see how I believe what she kind of described as her flaw, or what people identified, is that she's robotic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious to see if, given some time, it's been since her last org, if she, really had time to reflect and improve her game, see if she can shed that robotic side to her. Every time I think of, players like that, I think of Yule, who, kind of is very logical, but some, takes kind of that emotional side out. So I mean, I'm really curious to see how she'll fare. And like I said, I think of the first 9 so far, she might be my favorite. I hope she does well. That's all I'm saying.
I think that favoritism comes from having a crush on her, Casey. I don't know.
Maybe I should turn off
Probably.
my camera for a second. No, but yeah, she really seems like someone I'm going to like. I really hope she does not get an early boot. I would love to see her
I
go
hope
far,
so
if not
too.
win it.
I mean, it's definitely hard given the cast so far. This, it's everyone's just so rootable at this point. Like everyone has this element that you just wanna get behind. But yeah, it's gonna be hard because this cast is very cutthroat, and apart from very cutthroat, they're very different personalities. So it's very curious to see how they'll fare.